Have you ever wondered what really gets a woman in the mood? Not the movie cliches, not the pickup lines, but the actual psychological and biological triggers that create desire. Here's the fascinating part. According to several studies, 95% of women experience a noticeable surge of arousal when exposed to very specific mild behaviors. And surprisingly, most of these have nothing to do with looks. Let's break them down one by one. It all starts with eye contact. It's not just a glance, it's a moment of connection that hits deeper than words. When a man maintains strong, calm, confident eye contact with a woman, something happens inside her brain. Neural pathways linked to attention, emotional bonding, and even arousal light up. It's primal, it's ancient. Her subconscious interprets that steady gaze as dominance, safety, and focus. It's not about staring, it's about presence. That silent communication that says, I see you, I'm here, and I'm not afraid of connection. That's where it begins. Confidence, the ultimate aphrodisiac. Confidence isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. Women are biologically tuned to respond to confidence because it signals strength and security. Two traits deeply wired into our evolutionary psychology. But here's what most men get wrong. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about energy. The unspoken vibe that sees, I'm comfortable with who I am with or without your approval. That kind of confidence doesn't chase, it attracts. The power of laughter. Laughter doesn't just make her smile, it disarms her defenses. A man with a good sense of humor can bypass logic and go straight to emotion. Why? Because humor creates comfort, and comfort opens the door to desire. A well timed joke, a playful tease, a moment of shared laughter. These micro moments build trust and ignite chemistry faster than expensive gifts ever could. A man who can make her laugh is a man who can make her feel. And feelings, not logic, drive attraction, emotional intelligence, depth, and desire. Now that we've talked about confidence, humor, and presence, let's go even deeper. Because attraction isn't just about how a man looks, it's about how he makes a woman feel. And when it comes to feelings, a few key traits have a far stronger effect on female desire than most men realize. Kindness and empathy, the hidden triggers of desire. Women are naturally drawn to men who show genuine kindness and empathy. These traits aren't signs of weakness, they're proof of emotional depth. When a woman feels understood, when a man listens not to reply, but to feel her energy, it activates something deep within her. It tells her this man is safe, aware, and emotionally intelligent. Evolutionary psychology shows that empathy signals reliability, and reliability to the female mind equals emotional safety. And when a woman feels safe, she opens up, not just emotionally, but physically, mentally, and spiritually. So never underestimate the quiet power of compassion. It's not the loudest trait, but it's one of the most seductive. Intelligence, the sexiest form of stimulation. Intelligence is magnetic. Women are irresistibly attracted to men who stimulate their minds. It's not about showing off, it's about curiosity, ideas, and meaningful conversation. When you challenge her thoughts, introduce her to new perspectives, and make her think, you're not just talking, you're creating a mental connection that lingers long after the conversation ends. Psychologists call this intellectual intimacy, and it's one of the most powerful precursors to arousal. Because when her mind is turned on, Harriet follows. Remember, looks might catch her attention, but your mind is what keeps her craving more. Ambition and purpose, the fire that draws her in. Women admire men with direction, men who have a mission bigger than validation or approval. When a man wakes up with drive, focus, and passion, it sends a clear message. I'm building something, I'm going somewhere. That energy is intoxicating. It shows strength, resilience, and self respect, all deeply attractive traits. Ambition isn't about money or status, it's about momentum. A man who moves with purpose gives a woman the sense that she's joining something powerful, meaningful, and unstoppable, and that's irresistible. Physical attraction and presence. Of course, physical attraction plays its role, but not in the way most men assume. It's not about having the perfect body or model level looks. It's about how you carry yourself. Women are drawn to men who take care of themselves, who move with intention, and who present themselves well. Good grooming, a confident posture, and self awareness all speak volumes before you ever say a word. When you respect your appearance, you communicate discipline, self worth, and pride. And those are universally attractive signals no matter what you look like. Because ultimately, attraction is felt, not seen. Emotional connection, mystery, and the power of touch. We've talked about confidence, humor, kindness, and ambition. But there's something even deeper that turns attraction into desire, something that moves beyond looks, status, or charm. It's the emotional connection, the invisible thread that makes her feel seen, heard, and desired all at once. Emotional connection, the real core of desire. Beyond physical attraction, women crave an emotional bond. It's what transforms chemistry into connection and connection into passion. When a man can connect with a woman on a deeper level, it creates a form of intimacy that no physical gesture can replicate. It's when she feels like you understand her, not just with words, but with silence, with presence. Neuroscientists have found that when two people emotionally connect, their brain waves literally begin to sync. Their rhythm, breathing, and even heartbeat can align. That's why emotional connection feels electric. It's not just emotional, it's biological. It's her subconscious recognizing this man gets me. This man feels me. And that kind of energy is unforgettable. The power of mystery. Keep her guessing. Keep her wanting. Women are naturally intrigued by mystery. A man who reveals everything too quickly kills curiosity. And curiosity is the oxygen of attraction. A touch of mystery keeps her imagination alive. When she can't fully predict your next move, when she feels like there's more to you than meets the eye, she becomes mentally invested. It's not about playing games or pretending to be distant. It's about maintaining depth. Let her discover you layer by layer. That slow reveal builds fascination, excitement, and the kind of anticipation that makes every interaction charged with energy. Because remember, what's mysterious is magnetic. The right touch when words fall short. And finally, there's touch, the most primal, unspoken form of connection. The right kind of touch can say what words never could. Whether it's a gentle brush off her hand, a warm embrace, or a steady hand on her back. When done with presence, care, and confidence, touch can ignite a wave of desire that no fancy line ever will. Studies show that physical touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It builds trust, reduces tension, and deepens emotional connection. It's not about lust, it's about energy transfer. But here's the secret. Timing and intention matter. A touch should never feel forced or rushed. It should feel natural, like an extension of the connection you've already built. When a man touches a woman in a way that feels both safe and powerful, it creates a spark that lingers not just in her body, but in her memory. So, there you have it. The psychology behind what truly makes women feel aroused is complex, beautiful, and deeply human. It's not one thing, it's a combination of presence, confidence, empathy, and emotional intelligence. It's about connection, mystery, and respect. It's about understanding that attraction isn't just physical, it's psychological. When you learn to master both mind and emotion, you stop chasing women and start attracting themlessly, naturally, and authentically.